Antonio's on his way over right now. We are going to go try and catch some trout. Apparently they had some success yesterday, and I have probably fished for trout. You could probably count the amount of times I've ever fished for trout on one hand. I'm not really a trout fisherman, but I've always wanted to try it. Right now I've got my pole rigged up. It is a Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2. It's an ultralight. And I've got my Troutmaster Pinnacle reel on there. I've got a slip bobber, a small sinker, and a really small hook with a bobber stop. That's what Antonio said that they were biting on yesterday. And we're going to put some minnows, and we're going to try some power baits and maybe some crawlers. So we're going to go to Prarie Creek Fishery. We're going to probably take the canoe, which is the first time I've taken the canoe in a while. And we are going to go out there and try and catch some trout. So hopefully we can come back with a limit, and we're going to cook it up and we're going to eat it for supper tonight. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. We're on our way to the bait shop now. We're going to go grab some minnows. I've never fished for trout with minnows, but we're going to give it a shot. Well, I'm going to give it a shot. Antonio over here, he's done it before. How are we going to do this, Antonio?
4-pound mono, slip bobber, tip with the hook. Or minnow on a hook.
Well, there you go. We'll show you the rig when we get out there, and we'll show you how we're fishing them. We've also got my canoe strapped to the top of this, on top of Antonio's exploder. So we're gonna try to paddle that thing around. Where is it? Prarie Creek Fishery?
Yep.
Yeah, the little lake there. It's kind of a backwater, and it's gated off from the Cedar River. And they stock the thing with stockies with a bunch of trout. What is it? It's
2
rainbows.
3 times a year with 2,000 rainbow each.
Yeah, and it's pretty much all rainbows too, isn't it? There's no brookies or browns or anything
here and there.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. This is kind of a change of pace for us. We've been pretty much catfishing this whole time, but I got a feeling in my belly for some trout. So we're gonna go try and catch some rainbows. So we'll see you guys in a little bit.
For advertisement now.
Yep, here we are, CR Bait and Tackle. That's where we want to go. We're going to stop here, we're going to grab some minnows, and we are going to go fishing. Alright, so here we are, CR Bait and Tackle.
Taking away, cedar.
Any size those trout?
10, 18 No, 10 inches. Just that Prarie Fishery.
They put them in there when they're 12.
Well, 10, 12 inches, yeah.
$3.14.
A lot of cool stuff here at CR Bait and Tackle. They're starting to get a lot more catfish stuff, which is kind of nice. Good to see a lot more stuff going after the whiskers. Wow, got a lot of whisker seeker stuff here. Got some floats. $5.99 for an 8-inch slip float. That's not bad. More slip bobbers. Got these new Denali fishing rods. I think the next time I get some extra cash, I'm gonna grab one of them Denalis. Check them out, see what they're all about. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right. We are heading out of the bait shop. There's the canoe. Got it strapped to the top of the old exploder. All right. Let's go catch some trout. So we're here finally. We are going to get the canoe down and go slide it down that ramp right there, and we're gonna go and we're gonna fish our way around that bend and go along that over there, and we're gonna try and catch some trout. So we'll see you guys on the boat. For those of you wondering, this is a 15-foot Old Town square back canoe. It's meant to be a cargo canoe. It's extra wide, so it's really stable. I can stand up and bowfish out of this thing. It's actually a pretty nice little canoe. So we've got everything in there. I've got my life jacket and an anchor back here. Antonio's got his life jacket up there, along with the waterproof bag. We've got cup holders, some compartments here. This is where I end up putting my cell phone. It's kind of like a waterproof compartment. And then in the center here, you've got a pretty big storage area that we'll probably end up just using as a live well, or I'm sorry, a dead well. So that's kind of our setup. Here comes Antonio. You're spilling water out of that. I know. Okay. All right, Antonio's coming with his stuff. He's grabbing the paddles so we can get around out here. It's pretty calm, so should be nice and easy paddling for us. So we're gonna jump in this guy and we're gonna head out. It's a pretty convenient little canoe, man. So Antonio, why don't you tell us what just happened?
Well, morning guys, first trout of the day.
Yeah, got my first trout of the day. He is in the well, and he is flopping around, because I'm going to take him home and eat him, because this is a stocky pond. So we can take him home and eat him, and do what we want with him. So I'm hungry for trout, so that's where he's going. He is going in the frying pan. Alright, like I said, this is what we're doing here. Antonio, here, you want to take this real quick? So, I've got my ugly stick here, my little ultralight, and I've got a little slip bobber rig on it. Got 4-pound test line, very, very small hook here. And we're tipping that with a minnow. And I've got 2 small split shot to a slip bobber, and then there's a little sliding bobber stop right here. And that's all the farther I'm fishing. I'm fishing maybe a foot and a half, and we're using minnows, and we're catching some rainbows here in the Prarie Park Fishery here. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna try and get some more now. I'm just gonna let him play. He is pretty feisty. Are you done? Is he done? Nope.
Okay, well, while Martin has fun, we'll be back.
I want him to be tired when I get him in this boat. Tighten the drag back up a little. We'll go to grab him. Come here. Come here. I'm just gonna eat you. I'm just gonna eat you. Oh, there he goes. Bye-bye. That's okay. We'll get more of them. There's plenty of them out there. All right, let's find some more. All right, yeah, took long enough. Antonio got himself a trout.
Right through the eye.
Yeah, look at him. Might as well keep him now.
Oh yeah. Dinner. Since I gave all mine last night to some.
It's all right. There we go. We're both 1 and 1. Sweet, we got another fish.
Oh, yeah, spawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, you get a little fish goo on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Got another trout. That's number 2 in the boat. It's been about an hour and pretty close to what, 2 hours since we got our last one? An hour or 2?
I give it an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. So they're not biting hard, but they are biting when they find our bait. So we're gonna be we're waiting for our sandwiches to get here, and then once we get our food, we're gonna paddle out to another spot where we saw them surfacing, and we are gonna try to get some more. So hopefully we can pick up a couple more and have some for dinner later tonight. So we'll talk to you then. So we've been on the water since about 11 o'clock today. Only caught three trout. We technically caught and hooked about 5. I lost one off of a hook. Another one broke me off because I'm just not used to using an ultralight right now. But it's been a kind of a tough day for trout, but we caught a couple, and I'd say we were successful. I'm gonna take these trout home, and I'm gonna gut them out and get them ready for the oven. I'm gonna do some lemon and garlic on the whole trout. So here's a little shot of what we got here. I'll open up the container so you can see them. There they are right there. Nice rainbows. We're going to take them home and cook them up. So I got to get home because it's family dinner night. We're the whole family, not just my family, but my wife's sister's family is coming over, and we're going to all have dinner together. I totally forgot that that's what we do on Tuesday nights. So we're going to head home, put up the canoe where my wife wants me to put the canoe, up against the house. And we are going to, you got he just threw that rattle trap out onto that branch, and he just barely pulled it over that thing. I did not think you were going to get that snag out. I thought we were going to have to paddle over there. All right, so like I said, we had a pretty tough day, but it was still fun. We spent about 6 hours on the water, and yep, I think it's time to pull the rods in and start paddling home. We thank you guys that you guys watch these videos, and we really hope that you guys watch a lot of our future videos, and we really hope that you like this one. So we're gonna roll it up, and we're gonna wrap up the day today. And just don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in Iowa's Outdoors.